Chocolate and Cheese Novelization, Series 3, Chapter 19, Carpool Conversation, read by Zane Carnie. You want to buy my what? My car? What for? Asked Jack, as he stood at his kitchen bench, his phone to his ear. Well, we need to get to Lars and Talpo, explained Sam, standing at his own kitchen bench. Oh, so you heard from him then, said Jack excitedly. Yeah, everything is fine now. Jeannie and I just have to get to Talpo, fitted Sam. Well, you may be in luck, Sam. I've just had my car fixed and I don't need it for a couple of days, said Jack. Oh, that's great news, exclaimed Sam. When do you want it? Asked Jack. When you next run my way, questioned Sam. Actually, this afternoon, said Jack. Really? Why's that? Asked Sam. I may have a date, said Jack. Oh, dude, that's great, said Sam excitedly. Yeah, it's with Molly, but it's something, right? Asked Jack. Yeah, it's something, lied Sam. Well, I'll be there after my date, so around 11 o'clock, said Jack. Sounds great. See you then, man, and good luck for your date, exclaimed Sam. Thanks, Sam, said Jack, hanging up his phone. Jenny, we have a car, said Sam. Wicked, exclaimed Jenny. Meanwhile, Lars lay on the train to Wellington, as he finally drifted off to sleep after hours of trying. The train is arriving in Wellington, said the announcer, much to Lars's surprise, as he awoke with haste at the sudden sound. This is the last stop for this service. Please ensure you have all of your belongings and prepare for arrival, said the announcer, as the train began to slow. Lars grabbed his bag from the seat to his left and stood to exit the train. Thank you for travelling with us. Welcome to Wellington, said the announcer as the train door hissed open. Good to be here, said Lars quietly, talking only to himself and to the announcer. Lars stepped outside the train and onto the platform, as he began to frantically search for the exit sign. Before long, he discovered the exit sign, and left the station. As he walked out onto the busy streets of Wellington, he breathed in the fresh air before making his way up Waterloo Quay towards his uncle and aunt's place. 2 hours later, Lars was still walking, becoming weaker and weaker by the step, as he somehow was still a fair distance from his uncle and aunt's place. His legs struggled a few more steps before a horn tooted at him. He turned around, as a strange car began to slow and pull up beside him. The window of the car began to roll down, revealing Connor, the conductor. Connor? Asked Lars. That is I. It looks like you might be in need of a lift, questioned Connor. Oh, I'd hate to make you go out of your way, stuttered Lars, before being cut off by Connor. Nonsense, Lars. Get in the car and we'll be on our way, said Connor. Well, okay, said Lars, needing only little encouragement at this point to stop walking. He clambered into the passenger seat and the car took off once again. So where are you headed? Asked Connor. Park Road, said Lars. Oh, what a coincidence! I live nowhere near there, joked Connor, as Lars broke out into hysterical laughter. So Lars, tell me a little bit about yourself, continued Connor. Well, I guess I'm 17. I'm a guitarist in a band, said Lars. Oh, really? That's awesome. What's the band called? Asked Connor, excitedly. Chocolate and Cheese, replied Lars. I can't say I've heard of them, said Connor. Yeah, I don't blame you, said Lars. I'm sure you're fantastic in it, though, insisted Connor. Yeah, sighed Lars. So is that what you were going to do for a job? Asked Connor. I mean, yeah. I hadn't really thought about it being a job, replied Lars. Well, if you're good at it, you might get picked up by some big band, questioned Connor. Yeah, maybe I will, said Lars. Anyway, plenty of time to think about that. So what else do you get up to? Asked Connor. Well, I guess that's about it, really, said Lars. Really? Just being in the band? Asked Connor. Yeah, just the band. What about you? What do you get up to? Asked Lars. Well, actually, I'm starting to become a stand-up comedian, said Connor. Oh, really? As opposed to a sitting-down comedian, joked Lars, as he and Connor both began to laugh together. Oh, that's good, that's good. Maybe you should be a comedian, said Connor. Yeah, I could. So tell us a joke then, insisted Lars. Okay, I've got one, but I'm not sure if it's any good, replied Connor. Hit me, said Lars. Okay, well, my girlfriend, you see, she left me for a jack-in-the-box. Well, that got me pretty wound up, said Connor. Silence filled the car for several moments. Oh, I get it, said Lars. Oh, good. It's clever, right? Asked Connor. Yeah, said Lars, as Connor pulled over onto Park Road. Well, here you are, Park Road, said Connor. Connor, thank you so much, said Lars, opening the car door. Nah, Lars, mate. Just don't forget me when you're performing with Queen and all the other big bands in 10 years' time, said Connor. And you don't forget me when you're on Saturday Night Live, replied Lars, grabbing his bag and exiting the car. I won't. Bye, Lars, said Connor, as Lars closed the door. Goodbye, Connor, said Lars, as he watched Connor pull away from the curb and drive off down the road. Lars turned to his left, as he began to walk towards his aunt and uncle's house. Thank you, muttered Lars, as he began to walk closer and closer to his ride home.